It's good having your head up next to it because then it gives it perspective of how big it is.
Giant head on that guy.
We are Beau and Brandy, and this is our salty dog, Una. We live and travel full-time aboard our 35-foot sailboat, Saoirse. Last week, we experienced one of the most challenging times of our whole entire sailing journey when we found a crack in our hull on the way from Puerto Rico to Grenada. It's gushing it. With the help of amazing fishermen and a pan full of green goop, we were able to patch the crack while floating 60 nautical miles from shore.
It seems to be working.
We slowly sailed to Grenada safely and are looking forward to getting hauled out and getting to the bottom of this crack and getting Saoirse back floating.
Sun is shining, wind blows through my hair.
As you can see, we are on the move again. We got probably an hour's sleep last night when we this morning after we set anchor, and we just been go.
We are going to go over to Clark's Bay, to get hauled out. We had some friends, Jen and Brian, who helped us out immediately. They were on it the moment that we had told them that we arrived. So many people had already reached out to us. How can we help you? What can we bring you? Can we get you over and do anything? Can we contact someone for you? Just absolutely amazing.
So once we get in, we're gonna dock and we'll get pulled out tomorrow morning, assess the damage, but I pretty much already know what to do because I've seen both sides, the inside and the outside. I'll be interested to see when I grind away, see what's there. Definitely gonna reinforce it, and I'm gonna reinforce the other side as well from the inside. We also need to check out our water tank because the night before we ran out of water and we had just filled the tanks, so it was leaking from somewhere.
Curious.
But yeah, there are a lot of things on the list, but these have made it to the top of the list. They're priority. We're checked into Grenada. We still haven't even put down our what's that called?
Q flag.
We still haven't even put down our Q flag. But right now it's a nice downwind sail. Once we round this corner, it is gonna get a little rough. So we only have a 10 nautical mile journey. Hopefully we can make it. I think we can.
Sunset.
Yeah, before sunset. But I say but a lot, don't I?
So we just rounded the corner. We're going around south of the island and heading over to our anchorage that we're gonna hit the dock for the night. Not hit it, just tie up to it, and in the morning get hauled out. But we got really lucky coming around because the waves are small, they're choppy, but this is something I would have wished for all day yesterday because it's not doing anything to the hull. We're not slapping, we're just kind of skating through. We're going about 3.2 knots, which is fine by me. We should get there around 6. So we have friends waiting for us. They're gonna help us tie up and we will be set for the morning and get a good night's sleep.
Good morning. As you can see, we're still on the move. Last night, when we rounded the south corner of Grenada, it wasn't bad until we got a little further east, and then the current was just like the most difficult thing I've ever experienced trying to sail. We literally could only point like southeast, and then when we tried to tack back, we were basically doing like 180 back, tracking what we had just sailed.
We literally were doing ferries.
Yeah, so it was just ridiculous. So we spent a couple hours doing that and eventually just took refuge at Prickly Bay and met up with our awesome friends Sierra and Billy from Tula's Endless Summer. Love those guys. They had us over for dinner, chatted. But we were up super early this morning. We got to get to this haul out spot before they open. It is currently 6 o'clock. We've been going at it since what, 4:30?
We got up at 4:30.
We got up at 4:30, so we haven't quite caught up on sleep yet, but we'll get there.
The car is moving fast down the freeway to anywhere we are going.
Good morning!
Tonight.
Thanks!
Rescue party.
Rescue party. Yeah, finally. Preference on side to dock? Preferably this side, but it really doesn't matter. So we're in the slip. First time we're getting a tractor taking us out, but just grateful to be taken out right now. Can't wait to assess the damage and get her back in the water. So this is gonna be our home for the next week. Hopefully less than that. But as you can see, the underwater epoxy on the outside did not hold up.
Yeah, my tube.
It's good having your head up next to it because then it gives you perspective of how big it is.
Giant head on that guy.
Yeah, I should put my arm up to it.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely cracked on the
I don't know,
outside.
that's 2 feet, right? Nah, 1.5 feet.
Okay.
So the fiberglass water tank caused damage to the freeboard on both sides. You can see the corner right here. See that? Right here. From flexing.
Oh yeah.
So that's where those cracks came from. And in order to fix this crack, I'm gonna have to take this water tank out. So out comes the water tank. Now that we got the water tank lid off, we can look at the inside, see what caused the water tank to leak, and see what we can do about cutting it out. At least a portion of it, just to get to the crack and fill it. That way we can fiberglass it from the inside as well. But I'm thinking about just completely getting rid of the water tank and just buying a bladder. You guys are probably wondering what caused the crack. We decided that it can't be from an impact. There was no damage, like impact damage, to the outside of the boat. So we pretty much ruled that out. We believe it's probably from oil canning, just sitting up on the hard incorrectly. Maybe it was done previously. The boat's pretty old, so who knows what it's been through. We also put a lot of stress on the boat as well recently, doing all the easting that we've done. And that was a pretty long jaunt from Puerto Rico to Grenada. So that's a lot of stress on one side over a sustained period of time. If you guys have an opinion on it, we would love to know what it is. Leave a comment below. And we really appreciate you guys leaving comments. We've gotten a lot of great advice from our patrons. They've helped us out huge. So if you want to support us in that way, we really appreciate it. We appreciate all your guys' support. And with that, Brandy created a t-shirt. We are becoming stronger because of you guys and all the experiences we've been through. So if you guys want to grab one of those t-shirts, and if you take a picture of it and send it to us, we might even be able to feature it in one of our upcoming videos.
Beau is currently outside
grinding down the hull. But you're gonna have to check out his outfit. We have friends coming over right now with some goggles, but I can't let you guys not see this outfit. One moment. Outfit of the year. Professional.
I can't find my goggles.
Our friends are coming. They'll be here.
Cool.
They're coming with some. Until then, carry on.
All right, what is the damage? What did we find after all of the sanding and grinding?
Well, the outside looks really good. I didn't see any delamination, but when I started to do the inside, I found a little bit of delamination, and it seems like it was just one layer, but it was enough probably to start the crack. And then just the way that we were beaten into it for over 400 nautical miles, probably just did it in. But it will get fixed.
You have been grinding all day.
All day.
All day. Those socks down there were black. Good job, Lovey. Appreciate all your hard work.
Thanks. How's that video coming?
Uh-huh. Goodbye.
Like you said, yeah. So, with your professional opinion, you said you got 40 years of fiberglass work and all that, right? Yeah. What would be the best layup for this repair?
What have you got available, James?
I haven't checked the channelry, but right now I only have biaxial.
Okay. Do you have any drop strand mat as well?
I do, but it got wet.
Okay.
I'm
so,
sure you can get some.
yeah, I think we could get some chop strand.
I just have to say one more time that this experience has really shown me how above and beyond amazing this community is. We just had our friends over at Bacchus drop us off some provisions. They took us out to dinner the other night. They insisted. Our friends Billy and Sierra over on Tula's Endless Summer fixed us eggplant parmesan the night that we arrived, and that was huge. I'm like shaking because I'm just so emotional about it, that it's just been everything that we need. It's just the little things to them, I think, are huge to us. Sean and Shannon over on Breeze, who have given us tools that have helped with all of this stuff here. SB Bell, who has given us tools. Gosh, there's been so many people that have given us help. Stephanie over on Serendipity and Kevin have given awesome opinions and brought us tuna when we arrived and just big hugs. Karma, Jen and Brian over in Karma, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't even be on the haul out right now. They came to the rescue for sure, big time. They've brought us dinner and just super awesome, amazing companionship and a friendship that's gonna last a lifetime, I'm sure of it. We're just so beyond grateful. Thanks, guys. Beau is on the phone right now with one of our patrons, Warren, and he is giving him such a good consultation. He has amazing knowledge on fiberglassing, so I'm excited to hear about what he found out with him. Don't step on the grapes.
Oh boy, nice. Thank you, Cheryl. And Lyle.
And Trace.
And Trace.
All right, I'm curious on what he said.
Warren reached out to see if he could help us in any way, and we're like, yes, please. But he suggested basically to just build it out from both sides. He did say I need to expose more of the gel coat there around the hole. He did suggest putting in a like a bulkhead just to help distribute some of that load. It was reassuring to hear him confirm, you know, what we were already thinking.
Yay!
Yes, but now it's actually
Go time.
go time, gotta get the work done. But I don't have any chop strand mat. Good morning. It is day 3 on the hard. We got in Friday morning and it is currently Monday morning. Yesterday we didn't do as much to the boat. The chandlery was closed and we need a few things to get the rest of the project done. So I am gonna pop over there and see what they got. What's up, guys? You guys sell chop strand mat? Got what I needed. Now gotta get back to prepping the boat. And it's raining. It's crazy. Here it rains whether there's clouds in the sky or not. No clouds in the sky and it's raining. The prep is finally done. Got everything ground out. I'm choosing to do the layup at night because it's a lot cooler. It's not gonna rain. Nobody's out here in the yard like sanding and getting dust everywhere. And there's no wind as well, so that's gonna help. I'm gonna use polyester resin. It's what the boat was originally designed with. I feel pretty comfortable with the poly, especially that I'm gonna reinforce things and I'm gonna build up the back end as well. So from inside the boat, I'm gonna build it up a little bit more. Now it's just doing the nerve-wracking part, mixing up the resin and getting this all laid up. Yeah, so we pretty much followed the layup plan that was already there. Chop strand mat on top of biaxle, built that up probably about 5 times. I did get some air pocketing on my very last layer, so I ground that down. Now I gotta go through and drill out some of those little spots. Then I'm gonna fill it with some thickened resin and build it up a little bit more. I do need to put more fiberglass on this and build it up a little bit. Get the gel coat on there and then the barrier coat. But just to switch things up, I'm gonna go ahead and sand the rest of the hull. That way we're ready for bottom paint. Because of the way our water tank is mounted in the bow, it was actually pressing up against the hull here and creating cracks on both sides, pretty much symmetric. So one, we had to take out the water tank just to fix this crack, and 2, we took it out because it's causing issues elsewhere. We're not gonna replace the water tank. We're gonna leave the bow open. Maybe we'll turn it into some storage. We do need to get some water bladders that we're probably gonna put under our settee. Once we get in the water, we're gonna reinforce the inside and fiberglass the inside of the hull. This is pretty much the same spot as where the crack originated on the starboard side. So I gotta go ahead and grind out all these cracks here and see how far down they go. Hopefully they don't go all the way through. But I'll be grinding it down and then filling it back up. We finally got around to putting bottom paint on. No more holes in the boat, no more grinding, no more sanding. Unfortunately, I ran out of time. Otherwise, I would have taken some fairing compound and faired out the bottom of the boat, make it look all smooth and nice. But we got to get splashed tomorrow, so we had to go ahead and get the barrier coat on and throw the antifoul on. So that's what we're doing today. And she's blue. We actually like the blue a lot better. So the trailer's here, unbeknownst to us. So we were scrambling to get everything ready, but we got our benders out, our lines are ran, and we'll be getting splashed. Hopefully our repairs are really good, so we don't take on water.
Guess what?
We're
floating! We are back in the water, and
I checked the patch right before we got off the trailer. There was the boat was floating and no water.
no water coming in. Woohoo! All right, now to anchor.